And welcome back. Well, South Carolina consistently ranks in the top states for DUI-related collisions and deaths. Many people think of drunk driving as a victimless crime, but all too often it leads to tragedy, as in the case of Kelly Martin Hager. 3 years ago, Kelly Martin Hager was married with 2 young children, living the American dream. But all that changed on October 20th of 2007 when her life was turned upside down. While returning from a quick trip to the store just a half-mile from her home in Moncks Corner, Kelly's car was broadsided by a drunk driver.
My 2 children were in the back seat, and the offender hit on my side, and my daughter was restrained in her car seat right behind me, and she was killed instantly upon impact.
3-year-old Casey died. Kelly received severe injuries, and her son, 6-year-old Garrett, walked away only shaken, but life would never be the same.
It was devastating. You can't imagine how it feels to be a mom and your child just gone.
But Kelly had to push on for the sake of Garrett.
I need to pick myself up and dust myself off and move on and honor my daughter's memory and teach my son how to move on.
A lock of Casey's hair, something to keep Casey's memory alive.
The man who hit us thought he was okay. And he'd been drinking for years. He killed my daughter. I mean, I'm not saying don't ever drink, but think about what you do. And everything you do impacts somebody in some way.
And it has. Kelly lives with physical and mental scars. When she looked for support locally from others who have walked in her shoes, there was none.
Whenever my wreck happened, there was no support from MADD. Apparently the chapter had petered out over time. I know that I needed that support, and I want to help provide it to other people who unfortunately would experience this type of loss.
And welcome Kelly Martin Hager and Sergeant Mike Lamont of the Charleston Police Department. Thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
And so sorry to hear about your loss. Now, you guys are teaming up to bring a MADD chapter here to Charleston.
That's correct. The MADD chapter was passed on to us in 2007. We have a few phone calls, some people come in and try to do something, but Kelly is going to get all the credit. She's really done a great job with contacting MADD at the state level and at the national level. She obviously has been impacted by the tragedy, and I think she's just doing a great job of helping getting the MADD chapter in Charleston County set up.
Now, Kelly, tell us a little bit why it was so important, obviously, for you to, because you said you reached out to try to find some support after your accident, and there was none. No.
MADD is wonderful when it's there for victim support and for court monitoring, and I wish that I had those things, and now it's my turn to try to make sure that people who have been affected the way I have that support in the future.
Because we were talking about the numbers, and South Carolina ranks number 2 in DUI-related crashes
in the nation. They sure do. It's per capita, so it's not based on just our size. We are a small state, relatively speaking. We're in the 40th area, and we're second in the nation for deaths, and it's just terrible. It's a culture.
And we're looking right now at some video of obviously DUI checkpoints, and those have been stepped up tremendously since in the last couple of years. No?
Yes, we're come from an agency that in 2006, 2007 did roughly 25, 30 checkpoints a year, and now we're over 300. They're not DUI checkpoints; they're traffic safety checkpoints, and we're looking for everything while we're out there.
Because there's a grant behind this move, correct?
Yes, we were awarded, one of our DUI officers actually wrote a grant last year, and we were awarded $170,000. We participate in a law enforcement network every month, and we're actually fortunate enough recently to have won a brand new Dodge Charger, which will be solely used for DUI efforts in the city of Charleston.
All right, that's great. And Kelly, how can people reach out to this new MADD chapter? I mean, what's the ways that people can get help and support?
They can go to www.madd.org You can donate your money, you can donate your time, or you could email me at kgkmartin@gmail.com. You tell us what you want to do and we'll put you in contact with the right people and help you do that. We need victims advocates. We need people to speak in the public to educate people about drunk driving and underage drinking. And we need people to even pass out MADD literature at health and safety events.
Sure. And real quick, what happened to the driver in your case?
Fortunately, I was one of the rare people that got justice because of the judge and it's so important to have a very powerful victim impact statement. If you don't give a victim impact statement, you're risking not affecting the judge enough. He was sentenced to 24 years, plus 2 years of an intensive probation program, plus 5 years of probation, and he will never, if he lives past all those things, he will never be able to drive a car, any type of vehicle, without the use of an ignition interlock device.
Okay, well, Kelly, thank you so much for stopping by and sharing your story. And Sergeant Lamont, thank you for all the work you're doing.
Thank you.
All right. Well, right after the break, getting that checkbook balanced out in the new year. Tips on how you can do just that with radio talk show host Dave Ramsey. That's next.